Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. It is Thursday, January 4th, 2024. Happy New Year everybody. This is the first grocery haul or any kind of video that I've made this year so far. So today was a day off from work for me, so I ended up taking the day, a good chunk of the day, went out with a friend of mine, a lady I used to work with. I work part-time. I'm a lunch supervisor at an elementary school, and we are on break until Monday, January 8th. But I also work as a cashier at a Canadian grocery store chain called Sobeys. Today, obviously, I'm off from the school still until January 8th, but it was also my day off from the store today. And this is a friend of mine that I go out with periodically. We used to work together at a previous school. And every so often we go out and do our errands together or spend time together every couple months, go for lunch, just have a good visit, good catch up. And it was payday for me today, so I decided today was the day I needed to go to Petland, get some pet supplies, go to Superstore, get some groceries, and I also needed to stop at one of the malls. I had an item, a Christmas gift I needed to exchange. I think I only had until January 7th to get that done. And while there, I found some sales and then popped into HomeSense, which is in the same mall, because I had a gift card and I spent that and a little bit more. And then popped over across the street to have lunch and then over to Petland and Superstore. So I'm going to give you a quick haul of everything I picked up. I'm going to start with Petland and then I'll move on to Superstore. And quite frankly, I think the pets are going to be eating better than we are. I think I spent more on pet supplies today than I did on human food, but that's okay. Let me turn you around. Let's get started. I'll show you what I picked up. Okay, technically we went to the mall first and then went for lunch and then went over to Petland and Superstore, but I'll show you the mall items afterwards. I just want to get this grocery haul and pet food haul done now so I can get things put away. Went over to Petland. As you know, if you've been following me for any time, we have parrots. We do have 3 budgies and 2 cockatiels, but we have several larger birds like an African grey parrot, 2 conures, a Senegal, an Indian ringneck, and a Quaker parrot. And right on cue, they're all starting up in the next room. The 2 conures appear to be fighting probably about food. And then I'll be right back after I break that up. Okay, we will see how long that lasts. Those conures, they're best friends, they're inseparable, but then they have times where when it comes to food, they're very possessive and they fight and they squabble like siblings. And we don't know if we have 2 males or 2 females. With budgies, you can tell by the cere, the part above their beak, by the color of that, whether you have a male or female. By cockatiels, you can usually tell by coloring what you have. And certainly if a bird lays an egg, then you know you've got a girl too. But with conures, unless one of them lays an egg, we don't know. So really, in order to find out what we have for genders of those 2, they'd have to be DNA tested. But at any rate, I had to pick up stuff for everybody today. We also have a lion-head rabbit, so I needed to pick up some food for him. Let's see here. If you know birds at all, you know that they can have, like budgies, cockatiels, they can have seed, but they should not live strictly on a seed diet. Budgies are really hard to get onto people food. Some of them will, but it's really tough to get them to switch. But they do eat seed, and they should also have some pellets in their diet too. A lot of our big birds, though, they will eat people food in addition to their pellets, but I'll explain as I go here. Millet is basically, it's like a treat. Pretty much all of our birds like the millet, except for our Senegal. He really could care less about it. But so usually I'll put one of those in the budgie cage, one in the cockatiel cage, and one each in all the other cages. The millet was $16.97. The supreme fruit pellets, there are 3 different sizes. One is a bigger one that is for our African grey parrot. This one says it's for cockatiels, lovebirds, conures, and Quakers. So I give this to our cockatiels along with the cockatiel seed, and I give this to our conures, our Quaker, our Indian ringneck, and our Senegal. There's a larger one that's a larger pellet, and that one is for our African grey. I already have some of that, so I didn't need to buy. And there's a smaller one that's more like smaller. They're all fruit pellets, but they're like a smaller size, and those are the ones that I mix in, that I give to the budgies along with the budgie seed. So this one I give to all of our medium-sized birds, and I needed one of those because I think I'm running low on that. I think I have a spare bag of the budgie size, and I think I have a spare bag of Ruby's size, the African grey, so I want to get one spare bag for the medium-sized bird because the budgies, there's 3 of them, but they don't eat very much. They're a little bird. The big one, Ruby, is only 1 bird. And because we have several medium-sized birds, this bag won't last very long. So we give them that along with these pellets for the medium-sized birds. Although our Senegal and our ringneck don't like these, and so they get this along with this. It's kind of complicated, but anyway, the Supreme Fruit Pellets were, this shouldn't be a hard, it says $28.97. It really shouldn't be hard because this is not a long receipt, but I'm trying to read it off to the side here. And then these ones are, like I said, these are the pellets that most of the medium-sized birds get, including our large bird, our African gray. She also gets some of these along with the larger version of the Supreme pellets. Our Indian ringneck and our Senegal do not care for these very much, so they get a little bit, but they tend to prefer this with the fruit pellets. But I still put a little bit of this in there too. These are referred to as bubblegum pellets because they smell like bubblegum, and I have said it before in my videos, I'll say it again, I don't know if it tastes like bubblegum or not because I'm not about to taste one, but they do definitely smell like that. It's kind of odd. This bag was $38.91 for all those pellets. The In-Tune Harmony, this is primarily my Senegal and Indian ringneck that get this, along with some Supreme. The In-Tune Harmony was $32.98, and these are rabbit pellets, $10.19. He gets Timothy hay along with those. After tax, I spent $143.38 at Petland today. Ouch. But I mean, that's what happens when you have pets, right? You got to feed them. They have to eat. And especially when you have multiple pets and some of them like certain foods and some like other certain foods, you got to do it. So, and I mean, I usually try and budget a little bit. I get paid bi-weekly, and so usually each payday I try and buy a little bit. Generally speaking, I try and buy some of this, and a bag of millet, and then one of these to kind of keep things stocked up. I'm usually have some, but I try and buy something. If this is getting low, I get one of those. Now that I bought one of these, I think I'm good. I might have to get a bigger one of the big ones next time for Ruby, or one of the budgie size ones. I need to go through my stockpile and see what I have the most of so that 2 weeks from now I know what I need to buy. All right, I'm going to move on and show you what I picked up next at Superstore. All right, on to Superstore. Pardon the lighting in here. It is 6:10 in the evening and the lighting is not the greatest. But if you have been following me for any length of time, you'll know that part of why I shop at Superstore is for the PC Optimum points. I usually save up both those and the Scene Plus points that we earn at Safeway and Sobeys all year long to redeem at Christmas time. So as of Christmas time, I was left with $3 in points. By the time I used them all, because I think I had about $460 worth that I saved up during 2023, used them over about 3 transactions, and by the time Christmas came and went, my PC points were down to basically nothing. So I'm starting from scratch with only about $3 in points. So some of these items were on points offers this week, some were not, some were just things I needed. I'm going to try and read off to the side here the prices. If I'm a bit slow, bear with me. I'm still trying to get decent at that. Let's see here. Imodium, stomach stuff here. This was not cheap. That much I do know. I'm trying to find it on my receipt. $25.49. What I'm trying to explain is I spent over $143 at Petland, and my total at Superstore today was $161.57. But some of these items, these first 2 items right here, technically would not be considered grocery items. I bought a bag of budgie seed, because again, that goes along with the Supreme. They have these budgie seed and cockatiel seed at Petland, but they are $13.99 at Superstore versus $15.99 at Petland. So I grabbed them at Superstore. So basically, this, what did I say, was $25.49 for the Imodium, $13.99 each for the budgie seed and cockatiel seed, and $9.99 times 2 for the tampons. And then the garbage bags were, $5.99, I want to say. Yes, they were $5.99. So if you look at that, of my $161, we take off 25 and 14 times 2, so 28, that's 53, plus $6, $5.99, so that's 59, plus $9.99 times 2, so 20, 79. So 161 minus 79, how much is that? That is, doing the math off the top of my head, $88 of the rest of this is groceries. Of the 161, that's basically how much is, other than only $89 of it approximately is actually groceries. The rest of it are either $28 in pet, $25 pharmacy, well, $45 pharmacy because $25 here and $20 here, and $6 household. So $5.99 for the garbage bags, $13.99 each for the budgie seed and cockatiel, $9.99 each for the Playtex tampons. Needed to restock these. These are on my points offers this week. PC bottled water is also on my points offer, so I bought one, just one right now. That was $2.99, limit of 4, otherwise they would have been $3.29 each. I just bought one for now. Bought 2 packages of my sandwich meat. This is the kind I like. It's always $6. The turkey kielbasa for this size of package. I usually just, it splits apart, so I just put 1/2 in the freezer until I'm ready to use it. 4 liters rather, of 1% milk, and that is $5.58. $1.99 for store brand white bread. And again, anything that is yellow packaging with the black bar, it says no name, that is Superstore store brand. Or if you see something that says President's Choice, like the water, this says Real Canadian on there, that is store brand, because it is Real Canadian Superstore. So if you see that or anything that says no name with this packaging, that is store brand. Snap peas, so I can take some in my lunch for work. Trying to see how much those are. $7.99. $6 for cucumbers. Cucumbers are on my points offers right now, so I grabbed those. And then some quick and easy meal ideas. I didn't buy any fresh meat today because I think I have a pretty good amount of meat in the freezer. But these chicken strips were $10. Taco bites, I haven't bought those before, but they sounded good. Cheese and Mexican style seasoned cooked meat in a taco crust for $10. And popcorn chicken for $10 as well. 1.13 kilograms. The taco bites were 850 grams and 1.5 kilograms for the chicken strips. So I believe that is everything I picked up at Superstore. So you can see after tax I spent $161.57. I earned 6,200 points. I wonder if it gives me a breakdown somewhere. Here it is up here. It usually does. I haven't done a grocery haul in a couple of weeks. Cucumbers, I earned 1,200 points. 200 points for the PC water, and 4,000 points for the tampons, and 800 points for the no-name brand garbage bags. As you can see here, these again were the no-name brand, and I forgot to tell you that was one thing that was on my offers. I could have bought like black outside garbage bags too to go with and really taken advantage of that offer and gotten more points, but I thought, let's just not push it too much. Just, you know, it is kind of a post-Christmas paycheck, and it's not a bad paycheck because I did work Boxing Day, which for those of you in the US and don't know what Boxing Day is, that is December 26th, which is a holiday here. So it wasn't a bad paycheck, but I still don't want to just go completely crazy because I do basically work in retail, working in a grocery store, and my hours will probably go down somewhat in January, February. So I don't want to just go crazy because it was a decent paycheck, because my hours may go down in the coming weeks. So as I said, after all that rabbit trail, I spent $161.57, took $40 cash back out, earned 6,200 points. That leaves me with a closing balance of 9,474 points. Now, that you can only redeem in increments of $10, and I do not have $10 in points yet. So what I'd like to do still, I need to take my car, because I was out with my friend today in her car, but I need to take my car over to the Superstore gas bar because I'm almost out of gas, and I'll put $30 or $40 worth of gas in my car, and that should hopefully give me the 500 or so needed points to be able to get up to the $10 mark in points. It's because I'm starting completely from scratch after blowing through all my points in 2023. I'm now starting all over again. So that is the Superstore portion of this haul. If you will stay tuned, I will throw on a couple clips right after this showing the other items that I picked up at the mall. Okay, I'm in the room where a lot of the birds reside right now, a lot of my parrots, so we'll see how long I last in here before it gets too noisy. One of my first stops at the mall today was at a store called La Vie en Rose. They sell lingerie, bras, socks, underwear, and just general sleepwear, loungewear. And I got a night shirt for Christmas that was a size too large, and so I went in to exchange it today because you can only exchange till January 7th, and today was the 4th. So I had to do several stops at the mall anyway. I had a gift card for HomeSense, plus I also wanted to stop at a jewelry store and get a new extender put on my gold chain because the last extender had broken. So the night shirt was $29.99, so I did an exchange. However, they didn't have another night shirt like that in the size I needed, but they did have a pajama set, which is in the next room on the kitchen counter. So I'm going to go back in there in a minute and show you that. But right now, I'm just going to show you these other two items I picked up that I bought spontaneously just because they are on sale. They're two night shirts, and they are just probably somewhat, I guess, fairly warm, but they're just really, really soft. This one has kind of a plaid with these red deer all over it. It was half price, down to $14.99. And there's one other one underneath. I'm going to show you the same idea. It was the same price. This one is just black and white plaid with a pocket, also with deer on it, but white deer instead of red ones. And the birds are all calling each other. My African gray parrot lives in my daughter's room across the hall, so she's hearing all these other birds. It's got a nice cuff on this. It's very soft. I wish I could translate to you through camera just how soft this is. And again, it was a $30 item on sale for half price. No, $40 item actually on for $19.99. So I think the first one was, what did I say, $14.99? Yes, yeah, the first one was on sale for $14.99. It was a $30 item on for $14. This was a $40 item on for $19.99. Very, very soft. I like the pocket on it. Don't know if I'll actually use it, but it's just a nice little detail. Okay, guys, these are the noisy ones. This is Marley, and that's Percy coming up to be right beside him, or her, because as again, like I said, I don't really know for sure what gender they are, but they are attention hogs, these two. Yes, you guys are noisy squawkers. And my two cockatiels down here. Okay, back to the kitchen where I will show you the other pajama set I picked up, and I'll show you the HomeSense items I picked up, and then wrap this video up, finally. Okay, now my original gift was a nightshirt in this pattern, but all the nightshirts they had left in that pattern were even bigger than the size I originally had. When given, I was gifted an XL, and I thought I needed to go down to a large, and they didn't have. I actually tried this set on. This is the matching bottoms that, without completely unfolding it, oh, there we go. You can see it has the same button detail on there that is on these guys. So it matches. So that is the matching sleep pant. And both, I was actually able to go all the way down to a size medium, actually, in the top, and the medium size in the pants. That's usually a pretty standard size for me. But I thought I would need a large. It's not tight on me. I would say might be a little bit, tiny bit on the huggy side, but it's not like a shirt I'm wearing out in public. It's a sleep pant. It's actually a pretty good fit. So the original nightshirt was $29.99. This was $12.99. And the sleep pants were, can I get to it without making too much of an issue here? They were $14.99 because everything's half price right now. So that's what I picked up at Livy on Rose. These two things plus the nightshirts in the other room. And that's what I picked up there. And finally, on to HomeSense. I should not be allowed in that store. You know, my friend that I went out with today, she's the one that got me started on gnomes. I used to think gnomes were ugly, didn't really think there was anything attractive about them, but she likes them. Supposedly she's into them because her husband likes them. So slowly but surely, the more time I spend with her, the more I get swung over to the gnome side of things. So I found some tea towels today. This has nothing to do with gnomes. They have lots of Valentine's Day. HomeSense tends to have a lot of seasonal type, whether Valentine's, Christmas, Easter themed tea towels. And these ones are not Valentine-y, but I just really like them. They have strawberries and flowers on them, so they're really pretty. And of course, it reminds me of spring and summer. And of course, I am the jam maker, right? I make strawberry jam, strawberry rhubarb, Saskatoon berry, raspberry, you name it. So thinking ahead to summer, to strawberries when they're in season is a happy thing. So two towels like that, and the one in between is just plain white. And then this set of towels down here, Christmas is over, but my daughter has not yet sent off her dad's Christmas package. She tends to be she's not like me. I tend to try and get things out as much as on time as I can, maybe even early. She's a bit behind. And her dad and I are split up many, many years ago, but he is a golfer. And these tea towels are full of golf carts and golf bags and just miscellaneous golf stuff. So there's two towels like that. And one yellow one in between. And no, I know he's a guy. Maybe he may not be all about the tea towels or whatever, but I'm sure his wife would appreciate. Everybody uses tea towels. Everybody uses dish towels, bath towels. Everybody has to wash dishes and wash themselves, right? So I figured, why not? You don't always see a lot of golf type stuff, especially in kitchen things. So I grabbed this for him, for her to give to him. I think it was $12.99 for the set. Yes, just like the set I bought was also $12.99, I believe. Yes, and all of these gnomes back here were $12.99. Now, if you do the math quickly, you'll realize I went over my gift card because my gift card was from my daughter and was for $25. Had I just bought two gnomes at $12.99 each, I would have been probably okay. It would have been $26 plus some tax. I would have been out of pocket a few dollars or a few pennies. No, each gnome was $12.99. The two sets of towels are $12.99. I'm out of pocket $47. But I don't do this very often, maybe 3 or 4 times a year. I try to be good. I really, really do. But anyway, these are spring type gnomes for Easter. As you can see, they all have little Easter bunny ears on them. This one's a nice pastel blue. And he's got the little feet. They had other ones in there that had the long dangly legs, which were cute, but I went with two that were basically the same kind of thing with the short legs, and they each have an Easter egg. And then this one guy back here that doesn't have the feet, he's just standing vertically. And he's a little bit different shade of blue than the one beside him. A little bit. He's more of a kind of almost, I don't know how well it translates on the camera on my tablet here. Looking through the camera, it looks great to me, but it actually is blue. As is this, but this is a little bit deeper blue than the one beside. Maybe it's the evening lighting, or maybe it's my tablet. I don't know. The ear looks blue on here, but this looks gray, and that looks gray too. This is actually blue as well, but it's a slightly darker blue than this one. But they are both blue, I promise. At any rate, that is everything I did today. Other than the fact I did stop and get my extender replaced on my gold chain at one of the jewelry stores, but that is neither here nor there. I had to pay for that. And yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up before it gets any more long-winded than it already is. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already done so. Notification bell is turned on, and so that you don't miss if I do post something. I don't have a set filming schedule, so do make sure the notification bell is turned on so you don't miss when I do finally post something. And yeah, if you're a recent subscriber, thank you for joining me on my little tiny YouTube family. I know that one of my friends just posted a video today and gave me a shout out in there because I sent her a Christmas package. So some of you may be coming over from Marlene's channel. Welcome if so. And thank you to those of you that already have been with me right from the very beginning on my channel. Whether you're a new subscriber, recent, or whether you've been with me from the very beginning, thank you. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas season and a Happy New Year. Hope your 2024 is off to a good start. And we'll see you in the next video. So do make sure you're subscribed, notification bell is turned on, and we will see you next time. Have a great rest of your week, everybody, and stay warm wherever you are. We have been having an unseasonably mild winter so far, but from what I understand, that is about to change. We're about to get really cold here in Manitoba, Canada. So bundle up if you're in a cold climate like I am. See you next time, everybody. Have a good weekend.